So my name is Magali and I'm the project coordinator of the Ocean Water Program directed by LAST. The project conducts research on sea turtles as well as the critical habitat that they're using, such as coral reefs, seagrass and mangroves.
Mangroves are an important part in sea turtle conservation, but I also think they're a really important part in conservation as a whole because they have so many functions in ecosystems, and they've really been undervalued for that. They are one of our main defenses against storms. They're right on the shoreline protecting us from beach erosion, from sediments just getting pulled out with the waves. They store an incredible amount of carbon. They're way more efficient at storing carbon than rainforests are. And then of course, for the turtles. They provide food for the turtles. They provide a sort of sanctuary. There's not as many predators around the mangroves as there are in the open ocean. So they're really important for us to be replanting them, especially because they're often the first thing that gets taken down for development or for burning, because people think that they don't look as pretty as a palm tree, but they're so much more effective than a palm tree.
People choose to come to the Oslo Peninsula primarily just because it's such a wild place. It's home to a huge amount of biodiversity. It's home to Corcovado National Park, which is one of the most famous parks in Costa Rica. You just see so much wildlife. Like when we're walking to the mangroves, we saw a vine snake the other day. We see two-toed sloths all the time. But the Oslo Peninsula more widely is just incredible for its wildlife. There's just nowhere better to be.
We see a wide range of volunteers coming in to work for our project. This includes students that are experiencing a gap year. We also see student groups ranging from primary education all the way through university groups. And we'll also see solo travelers, range of different ages that will come in looking for an international adventure that also at the same time want to make a positive impact on the environment.
The Ocean Water project that we're doing here is different, first of all because it's in water. There's very little knowledge about what does the animal in the water, which is actually like 99% of the time they are in the water. They are not on the beach, and on the beach it's only the nesting females or the babies. So it's great areas to see the animal laying the eggs, but it's still a very, very tiny part of the life cycle.
I would recommend this program to people that are looking to have an adventure and try something new. People who are ready to be really hands-on. It's not the type of program where you just sit back and watch. You don't need to have any previous experience, you just need to have a really good attitude.
I think my first unique moment since being on the project was the first time I saw a hawksbill turtle. It was on one of my very first days. I think it was the first turtle we caught, and at the time I was so caught up in the work we were doing and trying to remember everything we have to do, measure and weigh and learn it all, that then afterwards when I reflected on it and I realised that that's a critically endangered animal and I'd just been so close to it and I'd barely been on the project for 24 hours, and just to see that was incredible.